Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Sagittarius, money and career. Sagittarius, money and career. Sagittarius, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. All right, we look right here. This is, think of this as a tree. This is the trunk of the tree, also going into the roots, right? And then these are the branches. Think of this as also the foliage. So let's see what they have to say. We have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We have the Page of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, that's going to come out very strongly. And if you're born on the cusp with Capricorn, that's going to be coming out very strongly within your chart. So if you have earth or water sign energy within your chart. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so we're definitely taking this gift, and we're learning a lot from it. Then we have the Empress, which is absolutely beautiful. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. The Devil, strong Capricorn energy right here, time frame December 22nd to January 19th. And we have the Ace of Wands, a gift just for us, Sagittarius. So there's power here, and that power is really quite beautiful. So let's look at our chakra energy for this time. Sagittarius, money and career. Sagittarius, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic truth, the throat chakra. So being able to speak truth, our truth, the way that we see things, the way that we want things, that's going to be very important. It's not saying that everybody has to see our truth the way that it is, but it's being able to be honest with ourselves and to stand by the words that we say and to be consistent within our expression. That's also very important for us, period, Sagittarius, to be able to express and to be able to, find and have that balance within ourselves, because we're represented by temperance, we're represented by balance. So having this balance of truth, of passion, of insight, of spirituality, of heart's desire, that is intrinsic to a happy Sagittarius. And then it moves us to the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Sagittarius needs to be mindful of? Money and career. What is the energy that Sagittarius needs to be mindful of? Money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It's the Hermit. Okay, so this is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. There's a real sense here of somebody who looks inward. And this is a person who's looking at their own problems, their own wants, their own needs, their own way to lead themselves forward. And that's going to be something that we hear. We want to be part of something. We want to bring people together, not just for everybody to be kind of on their own separate little island. So just be very mindful of this during this time, that there are going to be people who may say, oh, I'm looking out for the group, but they're really looking out for their individual self, or they're really talking about their individual self. So this is going to be something where we want people to be together, and this is going to be an energy that's very separate, and you're not going to really be able to pull them in to have them be part of the group as we would love them to be. So just be mindful of that. Like, it's not going to be something that can be changed. It's just not. At the root, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is moving forward with emotional understanding towards prosperity. But we're coming to that prosperity as a child would, with a lot of questions, with looking at things in a new way, with not having things be kind of set in stone, maybe the way that we thought they would be. This is a very kind of fluid time in looking at the building of our prosperity, the bounty that is coming forward for us, the way that we are looking at the gifts that are coming, and building them, planting them, and growing with them. So the Knight of Cups is determinedly moving forward towards prosperity. We need our armor on, because there is a sense here that things can get to be a bit too much, and we can see that with the Devil and the gifts coming in that we are taking in, that are moving us forward in a very positive way. But there's also a sense of, can I do this? Can I break old patterns? Can I live the way that I want to live? Can I have what I want to have within my life? And there's also a sense here of just being mindful of emotional manipulation during this time when it comes to the way that we're looking at money, when it comes to the way that we're enhancing our money, or, diversifying our funds, or even looking at getting a new job, or starting a little shop at the side, or looking at what personally makes us astoundingly happy, and seeing how that can be brought into a wealth situation. So there is a sense here of holding this forward and really saying, this is what I need, this is what I want, and this is who I am. And it really does change things for us. Now, it can also be that we're dealing with a youthful earth sign energy, or somebody who's very grounded. They could be astoundingly stubborn, because sometimes earth sign energies can be. And we're looking at the prosperity that they bring, the gifts that they bring. At times, they're not going to seem like gifts, because this could be also, of course, a child. And so it could seem like, wow, it's so frustrating, it's so overwhelming. But then all of a sudden, we're getting new ideas because of it. We can see ourselves walking down different paths, or, embracing different ways of being because of this prosperity that's come forward in our lives, or because of this person who's challenged us and opened up this door. Because we as human beings, we thrive through adversity, even though we would like everything to stay really, really settled, really, really steady. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity, abundance, wealth. And this is a sense here of taking that gift and really seeing how it leads us into the next section of our lives, how it transforms us. What are we planting into the ground? What are we growing? What are we desiring? What do we want? And really opening up our eyes, really opening up the door to where we want to be, to where we need to be. And this is also a sense of something being planted within our hearts during this time, a bigger dream than we have dared to dream before, and a bigger sense of conviction than we have dared to have before. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. This very much puts us in the real world. And when we're dealing with money and we're dealing with career, we want to see Wands and Pentacles. And these are the best ones to get. These are the ones that are the gifts. Now, the gift of the Ace of Pentacles comes with this prosperity, with this growing and creating within ourselves. So there's something here that we're growing, creating, and birthing forward into the world. And there's a sense of the stars guiding us. We're going to see that, yes, we can be guided by the stars, but we don't have to be ruled by them. And there's a sense here of opening up to greater passion, greater understanding, greater insights, greater needs, greater desires. And what we're looking for is the sense of wonderment. Our ancestors looked up at the stars and they mapped their whole entire lives. They guided their footsteps on earth. They built the pyramids in alignment with the stars. So the stars have a powerful significance to our hearts and to our souls and to our ancestral lines. But there's also a real sense here of passion and power and beauty and things coming together in a very real way, of a of a greater seed within us needing to shine. And if we don't let it shine, we're going to feel very diminished during this time. We're going to feel unduly silenced. We're going to feel overwhelmed. We're going to feel out of sorts. And so here with the Empress, there's this real sense of looking at that sacred feminine beauty, that sacred feminine greater understanding, and opening up our eyes to it, opening up our eyes to what we want to create that we've thought, oh, I can't, or what part of ourselves we've locked away to be so practical and so money earning and so, and so conquering that, and that's not a bad thing at all, but it's balancing out during this time, and it's seeing how to embrace that balance. It leads us then to the Seven of Pentacles. We're going to want things instantaneously, as we as human beings always do. The Seven of Pentacles here is saying, embrace your prosperity, look at your wealth, look at what you desire, but know that it takes time. So the sense of frustration that, oh my gosh, it'll never come, oh my gosh, I should just walk away, it's going to be real, and it's going to be intense at times. But the sense of, no, I'm being led forward. No, if I have patience, things will grow. And it's not saying I just sit back, on the couch eating chips and waiting for it to happen. It's that we say, okay, I'm putting in my work. I'm putting in my effort. I'm doing what I'm being guided to do. And I'm opening up my eyes to the fact that divine timing is a thing. That, the world moves not in the way that I always wanted to, but in the way that it needs to. And I'm opening myself up to this. So it's patience so that the harvest comes in. And instead of harvesting too soon and losing some of the crop, or harvesting too late and losing some of the crop, it's harvesting at just the right time. And we're divinely guided towards that time. And it can be frustrating. It's like, well, when will that ever be? There's also a sense of looking at what's right for us, not what's right for everybody else. So with this comes this power of saying, these are my talents. These are my talents. These are my gifts. These are the things I get to celebrate within myself. Passionately, beautifully, intrinsically within me, I get to celebrate this. And what we're going to see here is that as we start to celebrate our own individual gifts, and they don't have to be being the CEO of a company, they don't have to be, being an absolute shark at things. It can be kindness, it can be respect, it can be being a good listener, it can be a myriad of things that we don't think of as prosperous skills because they don't have that aggressive earning to them that other skills do. And this is starting to say, well, I'm worth it. I'm worth celebrating this gift that is part of me. I'm worth seeing, how this opens up my eyes, or how this, changes the way or enhances the way I interact with people, because I have this gift, I have this talent, and I'm letting it shine forward. And we start to build on that. We start to celebrate it. It can lead us to new jobs. It can lead us to relocating, to better express this talent within us. It can lead us to rising. And it's a sense of having patience with that rise. Because again, we're going to want it yesterday. But also we have this terrible sense of doubt that comes over us that really our gifts aren't going to be enough. We're always going to be chained to what needs to be done, or to, the devil in one way or the other people's expectations, other people's desires. And we're always going to be smaller. We're always going to be silenced. And in a sense, this is very much saying we're looking at the addictions, we're looking at the disabilities, we're looking at the things that have marred us, that we thought, oh, okay, this is a negative. And what we're going to be seeing is that we can release ourselves from these chains. It can be getting into a program, like the 12-step program. It can also be talking to somebody. If we are disabled, I'm disabled myself, and talking to somebody and saying, oh, wow, this thing that I thought was a tremendous shame is something that is just a part of me, and it gets to be a part of me, and I get to honor it as much as I honor any other part of myself. And I don't get to think that because of it, I can't have the career that I want, that I can't move forward the way that I need to. And it's coming out of the darkness that wanted us chained, that wanted us small, that wanted us held back. And it's really starting to embrace our light, our beauty, our sense of understanding, and our passion within ourselves. And it leads us to the sense of being able to dream, being able to look at our talents, being able to look at what we desire, and moving forward towards that joy, towards what we want. We are going to need to nurture ourselves. If we do not nurture ourselves during this time, it's not going to be, overindulgence, but it's going to be the fact that I can nurture, I can grow, I can be what I've dreamed of. I can have that come forward. And that's going to be a powerful stance to have, and a powerful way to move us forward. Now let's look at the definition. Let's have Spirit define this reading. Please define the reading for Sagittarius, money and career. Please define the reading for Sagittarius, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. The Chariot, which is Cancer energy, time frame June 21st to July 22nd. But it's that force of needing to charge forward. So often when we think of the Chariot, we just think of it running forward. We don't think that the Chariot was always manned by or driven by a ruler, a emperor, a king, a queen, an empress, and that there's power there. There's power in being able to drive the chariot, being able to move forward in the power of our desires, our dreams, our hopes, our wishes, our heart's want. And there's a sense of the subconscious and the conscious coming together. There's a sense of greater power being seen, of greater intake of what we desire and where it is that we want to be. And we need to find the balance within ourselves to be able to balance the money that we want to come in, the different ways that we're dividing our time in order to have the richness within our lives. And it doesn't have to just be, work and maybe, trying to start up something or a startup on the side. It can, or a creative project on the side. It can also be work and home life. It can be work and enjoying ourselves, enjoying our life, having this time to express, having this time to be. And what we're going to need to do is first balance ourselves, but we're also going to need to be warriors of ourselves as we do so. And that's going to be what's intrinsically important here. And what summarizes this is like you're moving forward, you're going after what you need, you're single-mindedly focused, but you also need to balance the gifts that are coming, the prosperity that you're seeing, the way that we're breaking chains and moving ourselves towards our goals. It moves us to our spirit animal message. Sagittarius. Money and career, Sagittarius. Money and career. Angels. Oh, fantastic. There's also a bit of maturity here with these gifts. It's like the maturity to be able to nurture them. And these can be gifts that we've had for a really long time, but we haven't had the maturity to be able to nurture them the right way. And it can be frustration because it's like, well, I should have been able to do this earlier. No, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have, because to bring it forward, you wouldn't have known how to handle it. You wouldn't have known how to nurture it. And then we have the Wasp Spirit, which is one of my favorite cards because it's so honest. Sometimes life stings. It just does. Sometimes life stings. Sometimes life stinks. It's overwhelming. It's harsh. It's cruel. It's enough. And when we see that, it changes the way that we look at things. It changes the naivety that we have, the sense that we can conquer anything. And it makes things more real. And so here, with the fact that sometimes life stings, as we're balancing things, as we're charging forward, we will be met with opposition. And it's not letting those stings, those hurts, those pains destroy us. It's saying, I see you, I understand you, but I'm still heading towards my goals. I'm still speaking my truth and speaking what I desire into this world. Our subconscious spirit animal message is the canary spirit. Sing your own song. Sing your own song and know your own truth. It's time to follow our path, not the path that everybody else wants us to walk down. Our subconscious chakra message is nurturing. This is the Earth Star chakra. At the root during this time is to nurture ourselves, is to let ourselves grow, let ourselves become. It moves us then to the subconscious energy message. We need to be mindful subconsciously of the Queen of Wands, of making success within our career the only thing that we focus on, of having people push us in a way that we don't want to be pushed. We want to step back, we want to see, we want to reason, we want to understand better. And because they're going to think, oh, well, this is what success looks like, this is the way you have to do it, we're going to let ourselves be a bit bullied. And so here it's like stepping back and saying, well, no, what is it that I want? What is it that I need? What is it that moves me forward towards my goals? And it moves us then to the subconscious message behind the definition of this, the defining of this. And it's the Page of Swords. It's learning our mind. It's learning what we desire. It's opening up our eyes in a way that's powerful and truthful and intense. And it's being more of who we want to be. It's also learning the power of our voice, learning the power of the truth that we speak, but also the dreams that we have and how we're talking about them, how we're building them within us. Also within our subconscious mind. Are we afraid of them, or are they, really moving us forward in a powerful, successful way? It moves us finally to our subconscious message for this whole entire reading, which is strength. Now, this is Leo energy, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. But it's strength through compassion, but also mutual agreement. The lion could take down the woman instantaneously before she really had a chance to realize it. So the strength isn't in, I can conquer you, I can make you. The strength is that compassionate love, that bond, that trust. And we're going to see ourselves building that here. Subconsciously, we're going to see that the strongest people aren't the people that can, make people listen to them. They're the people that have that compassion, that have that sense of camaraderie and building people together and letting them see that they're part of something more. And that's going to be really important to us during this time, especially for success. It's like Sagittarius, we look at success, yes, and we measure it by money and status, but it's also by the quality. And the quality is so important to us. And the strength of quality, the strength of people being on our sides, or not even being on our sides, but being able to work with us and grow with us, and being able to spark curiosity or power within them because of that trust. That means so much to us, and that really does help us look at things in a different way and bring the beauty back into our world. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace our blessings and as we nurture the seeds that are growing within us for prosperity and success. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius.